Okay, 1902 100 hours on the 28th of the 6th, 2020. I just want to talk about a conversation I had yesterday and how I think it turned out. How I think by having this conversation, things turned out. So, yesterday I went to go visit an old comrade. Um, I, I messaged him and I told him, hey, where are you? I need to talk to you. From what I gathered, I think he thought that I was going to tell him off or something, or I wanted, we were having an argument or something. So he wasn't sure because, I just came out of nowhere. Hey, I need to talk to you. But he agreed. He's like, all right, yeah, I'll be here. And then so we met up. And then, when we saw each other, we embraced each other because it's been a while. And, yeah, so it was hard to expect what we were gonna talk about. So we went to the back, and then so I told him, hey man, like what I'm about to talk to you, I'm I just need to tell you something weird. Like, so sorry if it's awkward. But he was open. And so I apologized to him. And he was like, wait, what are you apologizing for? And then I told him, because I was spending time with someone that, um, let's just say, he's had a bit of trouble with, or let's just say there was a bit of internal conflict within amongst our friends. And I was spending time with this old friend. So pretty much, I was apologizing my my comrade, to my brother, um, yeah, to my brother Fetus, and I was apologizing to him because I was spending time with an old friend of ours who he's not exactly cool with anymore. Well, pretty much who none of our brothers are cool with anymore. Yeah, um, we're neither of us are cool with this old friend anymore because let's just say he broke some family codes, and because he broke family codes, he he's pretty much been exiled from our brotherhood. Um, the family codes, not too much detail. He was, let's just say, he started dating our brother's ex partner. In a lot of cultures, it doesn't really matter, but in our culture, in our family, that's some serious business. The way we see it is, you don't you don't dance around in your brother's old garden, because yeah, we should all honor each other. We should all honor what we've tried to build, what we've done. And we don't dance around with our brother's old flames. So in a way, their problem is between them two, but at the same time, their problem has got to do with all of us because we're supposed to be a brotherhood. So we all try to uphold our honor towards each other. And by our old friend, you know, trying to have his way with one of the brother's ex partners, it shows that he doesn't respect our old brother. And by not respecting him, he doesn't respect the rest of us. Because that's really how it is. If he really gave a fuck, he would think about it, he would hesitate, he would think twice. Or what he could have done is if this old friend was just caught up in the moment and things happened, the next thing he could have done was seek out our brother Fetus and at least have a word, maybe ask for forgiveness, ask for atonement. But from all this time, he never he never once tried to seek atonement. He never tried to make an apology, never tried to talk it out, anything. He just did what he did, and he continued with life without the sense of respect, without the sense of honor, without the hesitation. He was dating the ex partner for a while, really, and made things pretty clear. He doesn't respect our brother Fetus, and through that, he doesn't respect the rest of us. Because he could do that to any of us, really. If he can do that to someone he's supposed to uphold complete respect towards, then he could do that to anyone. Well, anyway, sadly with me, I hadn't seen the old friend in a while, so I wanted to spend time with him, and so I had dinner with him the night before, and yeah, we were having drinks, we're having dinner, we're having a nice time, and yeah, as the night was ending, I don't know, I didn't feel good within myself. At first I was confused, but then when I had a quick think about it, I realized I wasn't proud of myself. I was I shouldn't have been hanging around with the old friend. Um, in myself, I was happy to hang out with the old friend because it's an old friend, and we grew up together. We have a lot of memories together. This old friend's supposed to be one of the brothers too, so it was very heartfelt for me to spend time with him. But at the same time, I had to remind myself of the current situation and that this person betrayed us, and because he betrayed us, I can't dance around with them anymore. Well, at least I shouldn't. I can do whatever I want. Any man can do what they want. But what they put value into and what they do with their time and their life, it reflects a lot of what means a lot to them. And to me, the family means a lot. And so I felt guilty the whole time. And so the next night, which was yesterday, I went to seek out my brother, the one who would feel affected most by this. And I told him I'm sorry, like, for spending time. He's had a lot of time to, you know, think about it, reflect over this matter or the incident, his incident. And, he doesn't want to think about it anymore. He just tries to forget it. So he wasn't too bothered. But as I was apologizing to him, he he respected that I went out of my way just to do that. Because from what I could tell, he understood that I'm giving him that respect, I'm honoring him. And he really appreciated it. Because as I always say nowadays, honor is out of fashion. And he probably wasn't used to receiving that sort of honor. Like it was strange to him. He was like, oh wow, someone's like actually giving me that kind of high respect. And he appreciated it. Like I told him, yeah, I'm really sorry and stuff. And he told me, yeah, I really appreciate you doing this. Like, cause he knows, like he understood that it means I value him. By me going out of my way to do that means I'm putting value in, like I honor him, and I think he really appreciated to feel that again. I think a lot of people will appreciate to feel things like that again because, like I said, honor is out of fashion, and there's a reason why it was a big thing back then. Because spiritually, it empowers us. Spiritually, it makes us stronger. It gives us the courage to face anything out there in the world, as long as you're doing the right thing, and people will do the right thing by you. I did the right thing by him, and he appreciated that. Because sadly, lately, he probably feels like no one's doing the right thing by him. I don't even know how all the other brothers feel about what's been happening, what's happened with him or anything. But the least I could do, I felt, was at least show him, hey, just because it feels like no one's giving you that respect or no one's honoring you and how you feel and what should be done right by you, doesn't mean I'm not gonna. So, I even came out of nowhere. He hasn't talked to me in a while. And I just gave him that apology. He said it didn't really matter to him because he said, like, what happened was between him and the old friend and not between me. But I told him it's not about whether it's between me or you or like who it's between. It it's between the old friend and the brotherhood. And as me, as a representative of the brotherhood, I should have been more sensible and understood, hey, I shouldn't have been having a good time and spending good times with this old friend. Because sadly, spending time with old friend, we had a nice time, and the old friend was having a good time, and I could tell, well, he obviously wanted to keep spending time and hanging out because he was like, oh yeah, we should hang out next week. Yeah, we'll have dinner again next week. I gave the old friend no promises because already by that time, I had already realized, man, I shouldn't be spending time with this guy. And now, this guy is getting comfortable with spending time with me. I couldn't let that continue because he pretty much did something wrong and he's still enjoying and continuing life, not regretting what he did and not acknowledging that he has to suffer the consequences for what he did. I can't just let him get away with murder and think everything's okay. I couldn't be the one, so I knew I couldn't promise him that I'd come again for another dinner or whatever he wanted to do. Because if I did, I would just be making life too easy for him. He could probably do something wrong again and think life's okay because they're gonna support me even if I did fuck up. Doesn't work that way. At least not with me. But yeah, um, I just wanted to conclude it with the fact that even if I didn't have to, I went out of my way and then I told my brother, hey, I'm sorry for spending time with your with the person that you had trouble with because I want you to understand that I still honor you. And he appreciated it. I could tell he told me he appreciated it. I could see in his face, I could see in his spirit that, he felt the value I was putting into him. I think that's what a lot of people need these days. And it wasn't value like, oh, I'm buying you this, I'm buying you that. Like, not like material value. Like, this is like spiritual value. It made him feel like, it made him feel like he was important. Because the truth is, he is. He's part of the family. And everyone that's within my circle and my family is very important. And I'll make sure that they all feel that way. Even if the outside world makes them feel like they're not. Signing out.